Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelts. We are expecting some turbulence. Thank you.
Hello. I think I picked the cattle version of my intro somehow. Okay. It seems like it's fine. Of course, I don't have comments yet. They're loading. Let me know if you can hear me well, because again, I didn't check my sound with the other device. Yeah, like last minute. No matter how hard I try. Okay, so that will be on that. What it will be. Yeah. Hello, Sarah. Hear you fine. Okay, that's great. Okay, well, open the comment section. Where is my comment section? Oh my god. Of course, I forgot to plan transmission earlier on. Hi, Caroline. But next one, I can tell you already that it will be on 23rd. Yeah, 23rd of February, so 2 weeks from now, and I will have two guests. It will be Rachel and Lee, and we'll discuss a really cool topic. I will post about it later on, and I will post about the winner of giveaway because I completely forgot. My apologies. I will do better. And today's topic is one of those things that a lot of neurodivergents have in common. There's, I did discuss it on one of the first banters. Okay, now I can see the comments. That will be good. Okay. Yay. Okay. Hello. Rachel, could you check your messages? Because I did message you about winner. So then I can announce it at the end of the banter because I forgot. Okay, so I did discuss it at one of the very first banters, that I personally have ADHD. I have been diagnosed and went through the entire evaluation, but there is entire spectrum of the virgin brain that will take with ADHD, with ADD, with couple personality disorders, including borderline and bipolar disorder, and also people on the autism spectrum will struggle with several things that one of the symptoms, except obvious symptoms, like when you are super energetic, then you could suspect that you might have ADHD if you are a very, very hyped person and can't sit still, and then you occur a couple other symptoms, you can start to think that you have ADHD, but not all of them are so obvious, and all of them cause lot of issues. And one of them is our today's topic. And oh no, I don't have a screen with today's topic, but I have a screen with white junk journals and Mindfull mixed media art logo. Uh, so those of you who watch on YouTube, it's a group that I strongly recommend. Hi Sue, hi. Oh my God, hi, Jess. I wanted to say hi, Martha. Jess Matters. Hello, Jessica. A lot of people that would be in that divergent spectrum, first of all, often feel different, feel misfitted. We develop a lot of coping mechanisms that help us to go around it. And one of the issues that we all stumble upon is can start, won't stop. That is a very TikToky way of calling it. It is a common issue that you have been presented with a task. And even if the task is something that interests you, you postponing or procrastinating starting it into the very last minute. And it can be for different reasons. Like you're busy, you're thinking about it. That's how you will explain it to yourself why you didn't attend it immediately. You didn't attend it immediately because it wasn't a dopamine shock immediately. It's not something that you can easily get that dopamine from. So you didn't, even if it's something urgent, your brain doesn't see it as a very urgent topic. So you are procrastinating. And there can be a lot of reasons for procrastination, including the functional paralysis.
Doing the glass?
Yes, that was regarding my drink. I'm sorry. Well, what was I saying? The squirrel. Like the functional paralysis. When you are too busy with doing nothing to do anything, or when you are waiting for something, when you have the appointment or you have deadline, you're basically waiting for the deadline to be close enough to cause that adrenaline rush that will spark more dopamine at the end. So you're procrastinating on purpose to wait for that very last minute. And a lot of not normies like the deadline rush, nothing sparks the best idea like deadline coming in 5 seconds. But the problem with can start one stop is that as soon as you start the task, you get consumed by it and you can't stop working on it. It gives you so much of satisfaction to work on something that you are not able to just step away from the project. That's how we end up working all night. That's how we can't just drop the topic because it is something that you are obsessed with. And I am guilty of that a lot of times. And I know that I did rely on that feature of my condition way too often. I was, because I'm very aware that I will deliver on the deadline in most cases. I will deliver because that last minute will make me deliver at a cost of health and regular stuff. Because as soon as I will start, I will finish my task. But that not starting and one stopping can escalate to the point that it's too many things that she didn't start. So when you can't stop on one of them, all the other ones will suffer, and usually it causes big no-no, big trouble, big issues. And I lately tried to discover how to extend my creative space, how to extend that adrenaline rush of a very last minute, how to make that creative process equally exciting all the time, not for me, for my brain, how to excite my head all the time, but surprisingly, with one stopping. Stopping is something that will help. Um, I I am lately working with quite tight schedule. I put alarms every morning for certain tasks that I have to do, and as soon as the alarm will ring, I will leave whatever I'm doing and I will move on to the next task. And that did improve that not starting, one stopping part a lot. It didn't eliminate it because I'm a dopamine addict. I will always try to chase that dopamine shot from wherever I can. And there is nothing wrong with that. The problem is when without that rush and that last minute.com moment, you can't work, you can't perform, you can't be creative. And stopping and trying some mindful tricks helped me a lot with that. I see a big improvement, and I'm quite sure that within 3 months, because it's 7 weeks since I actively started to put improvement. So at the end of March, I hope that I will be able to invite a guest that can tell you what I'm doing and why it's working and why it could work for anyone. Okay, I will look at the comments. Hello, hello. Hi, lovely person. Hi, lovely person back. And hi, Angela. Sarah says that she often, I can't put the comments on the screen like that. Okay. Sarah says, I procrastinate lots, often thought and totally unrelated projects when I know that there is something else I should be doing. I need my side project. I always have a side project. And the problem is that I also have 16 projects that are almost done, but I never finish them because they stop sparking joy. If I move to the next one, next one will be sparking joy because it's something new, something shiny, and we are, like hypnotized after that shiny thing because that gives us that thrill of something new. Hi, Terry. Hi, Lulu. So as long as it's not causing you issues and it's your way of working, it's fine. I always have to have some little project on the side. It's one of them is over there that is almost finished, and one of them is next to my desk. So I usually will add a couple little bits every time I'm working on something, or I just want to be creative and I just want to do something, but I don't know what. So I would work on those side projects. But when I have too many, I get lost. So I narrowed myself to basically one side project, unfortunately, although I love to have multiple. But it teaches my brain to misbehave. It encourages it to seek for that dopamine somewhere else than on the thing that I should be doing. And I'm adult. I need a supervision. People need to chat with me. Basically my friends are doing checks on me. My adult friends are making checks on other adults. Like, are you still on your task? Are you still doing what you're supposed to be doing, or you are distracted? Because, like lately I have an extra distraction because as soon as I finished my kitchen, uh, I discovered that mold came back, and I just finished it. I still have to apply one more coat of paint, redoing the window again because apparently I had to clean it a bit deeper, and this time I also repainted the entire window and frame, and that took all the time for side projects that I had. Um, and I still did all the big tasks because somebody checked on them. One person is checking here, one person is checking there. So dependingly on what I'm doing, I'm just looking for my body double, for just somebody who will be there, preferably doing similar things. So working on the computer, when you're working on the computer, working on the project with someone while they are working on the project, having them on some kind of FaceTime or live stream. I often use live streams as a body double. So it feels like another person is with you in your room, in your space, and that helps you to perform the task, that help you stay focused on what you are doing. So dependingly on what I'm doing, I'm finding somebody to have um, similar thing and will check on me. And as ridiculous as it sounds, it works. Because if I'm off, if I'm sidetracking, if I'm messaging Nunu, for example, like crazy about some ridiculous thing, then she will be like, hey, I feel that you are kind of distracted and soon is your bedtime. So like, keep it calm. Don't get excited before sleep because that's not good for you and it's not good for me. I will get excited and I will not fall asleep. Um, and Nunu says that we all need a little help. Yes, we maybe not all. I don't know because yeah, maybe not all can agree. There are people who are perfectly able to function on their own, and I know that I can function on my own, and I could do all of that on my own, but it would take much more energy for myself to not only remember about things, but also remember about doing checkups with myself and about forcing myself on the good track. It would eat up my energy faster than having somebody who will just gently or not so gently poke me and remind me. And that was hard part, to ask for help, to ask my adult friends, though they know that I'm mental. It still didn't feel perfectly comfortable to ask for help, but I didn't see any other solution. And I was surprised that most of them actually were willing and excited to help me. And, responses were like, I was waiting. I'm here. You should let me know earlier. I would call you every day and ask if you've done this or that task. Because basically, only asking about the task will remind me that it's something that I have to do. Now I will put it on my board, or I will ask for another reminder in case that I'm afraid that I will forget. Um, so a little bit of help in that department is very useful. And the same thing is with not being able to start the project, because project, task, I'm calling it a project because in most cases, for me, it's something that I have to work on. I will always call them projects, no matter if those are designs or actual craft makes. Oh, now maybe it will be better. No, it will still blur in my glasses. Oh my god. I have to figure it out by the lighting. I call them all projects, and there are different reasons. Sometimes I don't have one of the parts, and then I have to order something that is important for me to finish that project. And I will order something that is missing, and then I will do absolutely nothing before it will arrive. I would not be able to do anything. And that is can start once the best friend dysfunctional paralysis. And it is a weird feeling that a lot of people experience to some degree. It's that feeling when you can't get out of bed because it feels like you are very tired. It can give you physical symptoms like tiredness, headache, anything that will put you into that mode of free flow of thought when you can rest. Because dysfunctional paralysis is basically accumulating energy to perform the task. That's the way that your brain is trying to like compose you. The brain feels that something important is coming, and because brain have the brain of its own, it is just working like it has been programmed to. So something important is coming, something big is coming, and it comes from our instinct. When something important and big would mean danger, fire, big tiger, I don't know, a massive attack of the enemy. It will be something bad. It will be disaster. So we have to sit down, think about it, what we will do. We have to plan for that. We have to save our energy and build it up. So when we need it, we just get up and run. And nowadays, I don't think that I would agree with my brain that I need to prepare for entire day for a doctor appointment that I have at 6 p.m. Yes, it is important, but it's not danger. We don't need to accumulate anything. But talking with your brain is not easy because it's a very stubborn creature. And for now, the only thing that works is mindfulness and not focusing on the task. I focus on all my tasks once a week. I lay them down, and they are in the book that I don't look into except Monday when I plan when during the week that will be happening. Only then I dig out the big book and put all the tasks on my board. And in case that something is not finished, I just pin it to the next day. But at the end of the next day. So when I perform everything, I could do this one. If something will not get done for now, it will just not get done. And I'm not okay with that, but that's the only solution, to leave it not done for now. Because I still overschedule, no matter how hard I try. Angela says that because it's too hard on some days. Yes, I do agree. Sometimes it's to, like getting out of bed finally. For me, it's usually on the weekends because that's when I leave this thing out. I don't check social media. I don't plan my weekends. Those are mostly free time moments. I'm trying not to take my meds if I can on those days. So to have a little bit of completely free flow of thoughts. I like to tune in into Rachel's. Hello, Karen. Hi, Bella. I like to tune in into Rachel's casual Sunday and work with her. Last time I made some backgrounds, and right now it seems like making the background just before going to bed is a new thing that allow me to think a little bit freely, not get excited, get some creative time. Because getting some creative time every day, either on digital or actual work, started to be a very important thing because it allows my hands to remember how to do stuff, both of the hands, the bad one as well. The bad one is better likely, so we treat her better. And it also helps me to extend that phase, that won't stop phase. When I'm on the project, when I see something that I want to improve, because of the way that I need to narrow it down in the time, in those time frames, on some point I will have to let go. When I would still redoing the thing again and again until it's exactly like in my head. I have 5 approaches to it, and that fifth, last pin that is pinned next to the task, that is my fake last minute.com that will spark a little bit of adrenaline and help me to go through the task and to make either something that I'm okay with. And lately, with a lot of my makes, I'm okay. Maybe I'm not loving them completely, but I'm not hating them as well. I started to discover that gray zone. Oh yeah, I'm okay. I can live with that. Because before that, it was either it's awful or it's awesome. Nothing in between. And I'm really shocked that, working in those alerts with the schedule, with everything pre-planned, for now still quite loosely to let me adjust, that it works so great. And it made such a difference because I'm quite chaotic person. I need a lot of chaos. And I was not aware that you can plan and keep chaos, like planned chaos in your schedule. And that is the part that also help with that can start won't stop because we won't stop because it's so awesome. You are doing something and you are into it and it's going well and everything is going well and it's getting better and better and better and you don't want to stop doing it. I wasn't able to go to bed before I didn't finish that thing, before I was either so tired that I would just pass out or I finished and I'm happy and it's perfect in my own humble opinion. I would not be able to fall asleep. I would lie in bed and think about it and somehow putting everything in the organized way and actually stopping when I don't want to. And I'm not happy. You don't want to see me having to stop the task that I'm enjoying to go and fold the laundry. Like, no, I will be not happy about it. I will be very vocal about my this happiness with that fact. But because we are faking it until we make it, I'm surprised. It works. It works. Forcing those. It works in that one stop phase. I'm able to extend it to those that excitement from things going well, not maybe like all the, like that is how much excitement I could get from the project, and I would just like sit and suck it all in with one sitting, and then it's like, because nothing left, there is absolutely nothing, and before it will rebuild, it will take some time. And in this time, I'm not able to move out of bed to do absolutely anything. I need to charge my battery. But because now I have, again, this much enjoyment from the project, and I start to use it, and then alarm goes on. And I have to stop and do something else. So that much enjoyment still left. And on the next day, I can again use a little bit. In the meantime, because there is something in between, it can grow back. And if it if it's a day that, for example, the deadline is now, and I need to use a little bit more, I can use a little bit more because there is a little bit more. When before, when it was like that, and I still needed to add something or to finish it, to add those finishing touches, there is nothing, no energy that I could take from to do those extra bits. So, this energy saving really helped with the issue that I struggle with a lot, that I cannot make myself start something. And my husband struggle with it. We even have that meme that probably some of you can relate to. There is a text on the screen like, I just did the task that I was procrastinating for 6 months. It took me 15 minutes. I learned absolutely nothing from that experience, and that's me. Okay. Wait. I have to look on the comments. Sarah says, you help the people in a lot of ways too. We all have strengths and weaknesses. Yes, we do. And discovering that, like it helps to bounce from each other and to use each other's energy as the motivator, because, I can call one of my friends and be like, I have to make a project, but I have no ideas today. Right now, like in the times before, I would probably not have anyone that I would like to ask about what should I do, because those would end up with very unsolicited and unwanted, advices. And now I have entire group, and the chances are that one of those people will have a good day, and I will call them and I will be like, okay, I have to work on something. I have no idea. And they will be like, oh my God, today I have so many ideas. I can share them with you. Maybe you want to try this, or that. Because when you are active in any positive, good, and appropriate for you social circles, you will see that, you go to the groups, and I have couple groups. I have this one that I like very much. I have my craft coven. I have my friends, just one phone call away. And every time when I struggle, I can go and just look for inspiration. So many really nice stuff is posted every day in those, and I can just grab something, get inspired, and go to my work. So definitely having like-minded creatives around, it is helpful, because nothing helps like calling a friend and stealing their idea. And that helping each other is really awesome, because often I have too many ideas and have no idea what to do with them. and somebody else will need an idea or inspiration or something I will say will spark something in their head, that will lead to gears lining in the correct way. So that bouncing off, chatting, watching live streams, whatever social exercise you like to do, it is helpful because sitting with another person, like the idea of that body double, is helpful because we bounce from each other energy and presence. I agree with Sarah. If it wasn't for you, I would always have one perspective on everything. Oh, that is my questionable nature. Because I'm positive pessimist. I expect the best assuming the worst. So I need to check all the cases. I need to ask all the questions because what if I will miss something? Okay. All right. We have to take care of ourselves, otherwise it makes daily, weekly tasks much harder. We are actually less likely to get them done. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Olga, just popping to say hello. Hi, Tama. I hope you have an amazing day. So, yeah, I was shocked that keeping schedule works for me because you would not say that I'm the person who is able to keep schedule. And it took so much of like, well, I was so tired for first 2 weeks with constant forcing myself to do stuff. But then I started to see that it works and it's worth it. And discovering that schedule can be assuming a little bit of chaos was also a surprising fact. So yeah, coming back to the topic that I touched upon on the first banter that was transmitted in Jama as well. And that was, maybe now I can add, no, I cannot add Rachel's words because I didn't have them in that studio. When I was struggling, Rachel, without talking. Yes, we do talk. Always fine. There is no drama, but we don't talk every day. No, I don't talk with all my friends, with everyone, every single day, all the time. That would be hard because they are in different parts of the world. So usually, with this person time to time, with some more, with some less often. And we didn't chit chat, and somehow, she posted pages that I could relate to at the moment. Okay, I will see if we have the info about giveaway. Yes, so on the last banter, I told you that I have some designs that can go to one of the group members, and there was an album that you had to post your works. So our winner will be Glenys Blackwick, and I will message you after banter to have your address to send you a parcel. Okay, that's good. Okay, that one is checked. And yes, I still have cases like this one when something will slip between the cracks. But it's less and less things. I'm less forgetful because you can ask whichever of my friends how many times I did forgot about something, or I did run out of the time to do something, some easy things like posting the parcels or preparing something or remembering about things that I would definitely not struggle with doing to the same extent or even better if I would not forget about them in the first place and had to make up something in the last minute by abandoning the task. Those situations happen less and less. Even that um, window accident that normally would put me weeks behind because all the things would wait to the very last minute. Mm, I just have couple things that will have just a little bit more red flag on them tomorrow in the morning. So though I lost 2 days on doing, I would say nothing. It's not nothing, but nothing that I would like to or nothing that was scheduled. So I spent entire 2 days on that. Um, I'm still not so far behind that I would have to worry about it because it's still something that will smoothly um, even out. And I didn't stubborn upon 10 steps once for a while. I do still struggle with this functional paralysis where I do point out for myself all the things that, all the reasons why I shouldn't be doing something. Mm, and some of them are valid reasons, and some of them are just me bullshitting at this time. And I can I can see that I'm just starting to put the bullshit to myself, like to those excuses are not valid anymore. Messy, you have to attend that issue, like right now, and there is no excuses. And um, it started to work. I saw the progress. I don't think that all those little things, those little pegs will ever go away, but they are, I never thought that it would be possible to control them to some extent. And that is fascinating for me that with a little bit of help, I was able to regain the control, put myself on the good track. And even if I'm falling a little bit, there, I put the bumpers, and the bumpers will uh, bump me back on the road, back on track. And yeah, so we have a progress, and we have the that issue that I'm talking about. When you look at yourself, and you will see that you often approach things like that you see yourself often first not being able to start doing something and then not being able to stop, then definitely read a little bit more about it, because that is very common among most of people with divergent brain, and most artists will have some brain divergency, because that is what put the creativity into that artsy way. Because you can direct it in multiple ways, but expressing it through making, through the process that will involve you producing something, either it's any kind of craft, fine art, like crochet. I want you to say something, but it's not working. It's crochet. You used to, but it's crochet. Those ways are creative ways, and when you are in desperate need of that creative outlet, that means that something is processing and something wants to get out. Because there is a plenty of people who have no need of that creation, or who can find the outlet in a different way by doing Sudoku, I don't know, developing advanced math and physics, something that definitely would not spark my interest. Mm, Hi, and maybe can I? Sarah says, canned cows. I love it. Chaos is just assumed part of that plan. I'm just assuming that it will be chaotic, so I leave that chaotic moment. Mm. Oh, Mocha. Hello, hello. Sorry I'm late. Oh, no worries. No worries. I'm totally not math person. It's just, yeah, my math is never mathing. I no, definitely it's not my thing. um, okay, so that is like the first achievement of the cycle that will happen like maybe once a couple banters. I would like to discuss a weird peg, a trait that a lot of us uh, have in common. And I always ask you to read the description box, because I put a disclaimer over there. But the reason why why I keep doing banters is because more and more people feel lost and misfitted. And when you feel like you are that puzzle piece that is from, a different puzzle, and you are trying to fit in, it can take you entire lifetime, a lot of cases that I experienced among my friends were diagnosed as the adult because of the struggle and because of the feeling like you are failing. You are failing at, I don't know, being adult, mom, artist, teacher, whatever your job is, that you are failing on everything. For everyone, it's so easy and it's so hard for you. And with that feeling of failure, you will carry it, and that energy is not good. It's not working for you or anything around you, anyone around you. So, yeah, I just want to encourage everyone to keep themselves on check. And if you ask yourself today, how are you? Like, honestly, how are you? Because it's when you ask yourself, is you will not answer like, yeah, fine. If you know that it's a lie. So if you know that it's a lie, then reach out, talk with someone, because talking helps a lot, especially with medical professionals. um, oh, I see that children is pitching in. Yeah, my husband could talk about one start and stop all the time. That is his favorite thing to do. Not stop. But I think that it's a false belief. Not necessarily, not to full extent, because it is true that some people will manage better in the areas that I'm failing, but knowing why I'm failing, that it's not like completely me issue, and I can not fail on that particular task if I will just approach it from the different angle. Just that little bit, the little info that your brain is different. You have to do things differently. Only that one thing already fixed a lot of issues for me. Not all of them. I still have a lot to work on, but that changed a lot, and that is the change that can happen immediately, that you can see and get encouraged to work on it a little bit more. Because like I should start every banter from hi, I'm Olga and I'm dopamine junkie, because I am, and I always will be. It will become a little bit easier with time to function on schedule, to plan stuff, to be a little bit more control chaos, a little bit more organized. But it will, and it is getting easier and easier, but at the beginning it is hard. And when you are surrounded with people who don't have a similar issues, because if you are a divergent person growing up in divergent home with divergent parents, who knows that some things might take you a longer time, that for some things we have to go from the different angle, that you have to be very self-aware on what you can, what you cannot do on your own, because the things that you cannot do on your own, then you have to either find a way or the person who will help you do it. And even that, like growing up with that self-awareness and with knowing that you are just a little bit different, and some things you just have to do in a different way. Some information have to be served for you in a different way. And like some people have to hear it, some people have to see it, because some will memorize from the hearing, some will memorize from visual. That's very, very narrow way, because it divides us just for two kinds, the ones who hear and ones who can see. But then if you think about it, there are also those who hear only part of the info, and they are the ones who are colorblind. So only seeing or hearing will not be enough. And when you are the only colorblind person, nobody will tell you that those colors are off, because they would not think that you don't see them, because they are not aware that it's possible. And when you have a lot of divergence around you, and when you are colorblind and you are growing up in the colorblind family, that will be obvious. And more people talking about it, more people checking those things and being aware means more happy people. And we all want to be happy. Sudoku fries my brain. It fries mine as well. Both Sudoku and and the other one, the one that you are rhyming without rhyming. Also, I can't wrap my head around it. It's a form of art, so it should speak to me. Some of us like you because you are different. Yes, that's true. I like a lot of my weird quirks as well. I learned to like a lot of those weird elements, but just awareness why they are weird and why I'm different changed a lot. Okay, I want to share one second. I think I have it here. Yeah, I will just have to fix the spelling, so I will do that in the second. Where it is? Okay, it's here. That one is for the next meeting. Okay, so I will create the screening thing today. We will meet in 2 weeks. And like I said, one meeting is me alone, one is me with a special guest. And this time, my special guest will be Rachel and Louise. And our topic is the exorcist, the inner critic. That will be a chapter 1, because I believe that for most of it, we will need more than 1 meeting to perform that. At least I will need more than 1 meeting. Okay. And I did announce the winners, and yeah, so basically today's meeting was about the weird work that we will come back to soon. I want to continue the big plan that I had before I stopped Banters, to invite a couple people from different areas of that divergency, and so they can talk about their experiences and what are the obvious signs that might be one weirdo. For now, I would say good night. It was nice to see you guys, and I'm very excited for the next meeting. I will have to message a winner to not forget this time. And yeah, with Rachel and Lou, I would like to open an old new chapter, because we did talk a lot about creative blogs in the past and things like that. And those are all involved with inner critics. They're very, very tricky to exercise. Okay, so that will be all for today. 8 minutes before my time. So organized. And thank you everyone who appeared today, and see you quite soon. For some of you, even on time tomorrow. Yay! Okay, thanks. Have a good night, and we'll catch you very, very soon.